In 2014, Kurdish, Iraqi, and U.S. troops rescued thousands of Yazidis in a dramatic airlift caught on CNN cameras. Thousands of others were captured, Yazidi women and children parceled out as slaves to ISIS fighters. 1 year on, this young Yazidi girl tells CNN she was enslaved, but not just by any ISIS fighter. This man, ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. She instantly recognizes Kayla Mueller, the young American aid worker killed in ISIS captivity. They shared a cell together, she says, both slaves of the caliphate. We sat down with Zainat, an assumed name, at a safe location. She described how she was handpicked from among hundreds of captured Yazidi women.
The first time he came, I was sitting and crying. He came close to me and called over the man who was in charge of the house. When I stood up, he looked at me and told the guard, "Take this girl away and put her to the side."
Zainat says she began work as a slave girl in the Baghdadi household, cleaning up after and cooking for his 3 wives and 6 children. She was just 15. The family was constantly on the move. Just days after she arrived, Zainat says an airstrike destroyed the house next door. Eventually, Zainat tried to escape with another girl.
They would lock us in, and one night we got the key and unlocked the door. At this time, we were 6 girls. We ran and ran. After 3 kilometers, we saw a house just outside Aleppo in a village, and there was an Arab woman. She said she would help us, but then she called Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
They were punished, she says, beaten with a belt, a garden hose, and a plank of wood, dislocating her elbow. The last blows delivered by Baghdadi himself.
What did he say to you when he hit you?
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi told us, "We beat you because you ran away from us. We chose you to convert to our religion. We chose you. You belong to the Islamic State."
Where did he hit you?
This is when she met Kayla, she says, locked in the same cell.
The first time I entered the room, I saw Kayla. I asked, "How did you come here?" And she said, "ISIS. They captured me," and I told her, "I'm a Yazidi girl from Sinjar, and I was captured by Daesh." After that, we stayed together and became like sisters.
One day, she, Kayla, and another Yazidi girl were moved to the home of a high-ranking fighter by the name of Abu Sayyaf. Shortly after, she says, Baghdadi came to visit. He called for Kayla.
When Kayla came back to us, we asked her, "Why are you crying?" And Kayla told us, "Baghdadi said, I am going to marry you by force. You're going to be my wife. If you refuse, I will kill you." She was telling me everything. She wasn't hiding anything from me. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi raped me. That's what she told me.
How many times did this happen?
4 times.
4 times that you know of. Did he ever rape you as well?
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi told us, "I did this to Kayla, and what I did to Kayla, I will do to you."
Zainat and a younger girl plotted their escape.
I told Kayla to escape with me, but Kayla refused, and she said if I escape, they will behead me.
She says she waited until 1 a.m. and pushed open a broken window in their room. After a harrowing 3 hours, she says they made it to a village, and one man agreed to smuggle both girls out.
At the time, I didn't know it was Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, but when I escaped, I saw him on TV, and I heard his voice. I could not have imagined it would be the leader of ISIS. I was so frightened. He could have killed me.
There is no way for CNN to independently confirm Zainat's story, but she says she has spoken to U.S. investigators, including details of Baghdadi's daily routine, how he woke up at 10 a.m., went to bed at midnight, and had no phones for fear of being traced, relying on others to relay messages.
What kind of a man was Baghdadi? Was he ever kind to you?
No, he was always evil. There were no kind words.
She says she hopes some piece of information, however small, will lead to the downfall of the man who once called her his slave. Atika Schubert, CNN.